A long time ago, during a terrible war called the Battle of the Somme, a French soldier was brought into a medical tent. He had been shot 3 times. As the doctors tried to save him, they found something strange inside his body, a 4th bullet. But this bullet wasn't from the enemy. It was made of silver, and it carried a dark story from many years ago. 35 years earlier, in the countryside of France, a rich and cruel man named Seamus Laurent lived in a quiet village. One day, a group of Romani people camped on his land. They believed the land belonged to them, but Seamus didn't care. He gathered men and attacked the Romani. It was a massacre. Before the attack, the old Romani leader had a vision of danger. To protect her people, she made a pair of sharp silver teeth shaped like a wolf's fangs. But it was too late. After the slaughter, one Romani man was cut into pieces and hung up like a scarecrow. The old woman was buried alive, still holding the silver fangs in her hand. After this, strange things started happening in the village. People began having nightmares, especially the children. Seamus' children, Edward and Charlotte, couldn't sleep. The dreams were full of the scarecrow and silver teeth. One day, a boy named Timmy told the other children he knew where the scarecrow was. They followed him and found it. Timmy dug into the ground and found the silver fangs. He put them in his mouth and something evil entered him. He bit Edward in the neck and then disappeared. Edward got sick. At night, he screamed and cried. His body started changing, covered in wood-like vines. Then he vanished into the forest. Charlotte tried to find out what was happening. She went to the church and saw Timmy. He didn't remember anything after putting on the silver teeth. He told her he hid them in the church. When their maid Anais found the teeth, Timmy ran away into the woods. Something chased him and tore him apart. A quiet doctor named John McBride came to the village. He was looking for answers. Years ago, his wife and daughter were killed by a creature. He thought this village might be cursed the same way. John went with a police officer to speak with Seamus. They found Timmy's body in the woods. The police left, but John decided to stay and help. That night, something tried to break into Seamus' house. It was a beast, part wolf, part human. The next day, more people were attacked. One woman, Amory, was bitten but escaped. John tried to help her, but she turned into a monster and ran off. He chased her, trapped her, and killed her. When he cut her open, her human body was still inside the beast. She screamed with rage. John said there was no cure. She had to die. John explained that anyone bitten by a werewolf would slowly become one. Seamus realized his son Edward was already turning. John also discovered the truth from Seamus' wife Isabel. Seamus had ordered the attack on the Romani people. Their leader cursed the land before dying. The curse had now come for Seamus and his family. Charlotte showed John where the silver teeth were hidden. He melted them into 4 silver bullets, the only thing that could kill the beasts. But Anais had already been bitten. One night, she transformed and attacked Seamus. The house caught fire. Seamus managed to kill Anais, but she bit him first. Knowing he would turn into a monster too, Seamus set himself on fire before he could hurt anyone. John took Charlotte and Isabel to the church where the rest of the villagers were hiding. Everyone was tired and afraid. That night, Isabel heard her son's voice calling to her from outside. It was Edward, but he was no longer a boy. He was a beast. Isabel opened the doors and the creature rushed in. It began killing everyone. John tried to shoot it, but Isabel stood in the way. She still believed her son was in there. As the creature attacked her, John shot through her. The bullet hit Edward. He turned back into a boy. He cried in his mother's arms before dying. In the end, Charlotte and John were the only ones left. The village was gone. The curse had taken everything. Years later, Edward became a soldier in World War I. He still had the silver bullet inside him from the church. When doctors removed it, he died on the table. Sometime after, an older Charlotte visited John. He was now very old and sick in bed. She placed the last silver bullet in his hand. The curse had ended, or maybe it hadn't.